are the reasons I'm picking Sugar Sean O'Malley to win this fight. A plus 220? Are you kidding me, guys? I am betting Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is CJUFC Picks. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and smash that like button for me, especially if you like winning, just like me. 9 weeks in a row, as you just seen. 9 weeks in a row winning UFC, the last 7 cards, 66 wins, and only 20 losses. That's pretty damn good. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to like us, and make sure to tell everyone about CJ UFC Picks, the most underrated mind in the UFC game. You already know your boy is here for the smoke sesh. Got one rolled up already. Hope you guys rolled one up too. Because we're going to do it again, folks. We're going to go for 10 weeks in a row winning UFC. I've never done that before. I'm on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on fire. So make sure to join us every single week right here on CJ UFC Picks. And last night, ladies and gentlemen, on UFC 292, 10 wins and only 2 losses, ladies and gentlemen. And I told you last week, as you just seen in the recap, that my dog of the card, Sugar Sean O'Malley, was going to be a new UFC bantamweight champion. He did the job, ladies and gentlemen. He cashed big for me for that dog of the card pick. And stay tuned for my dog of the card for this week for UFC Fight Night Singapore. I'm going to post it on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Every Wednesdays, I'll post that dog of the card on my social media, CJUFC Picks. So make sure to check that out and like me on all of my social media platforms. But tonight, we are breaking down, giving you my picks, my predictions for UFC Fight Night Singapore, Holloway versus the Korean Zombie. That should be an exciting fight. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have some pineapple haze right here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to light it up right now before I give you my picks for UFC Fight Night Singapore. It's going to be another great night, ladies and gentlemen. 10 weeks in a row, going for 10 straight weeks of just killing the bookies for UFC. Trying to sweep a card. Hopefully I can sweep this card. I did sweep the main card for UFC 292. The only 2 picks that I lost were the Ultimate Fighter finale picks. That's the only 2 picks that I did not hit. But let's get right into it, folks. First fight. Scheduled in the men's featherweight division, we have Seung Choi versus Jarno Errens. Seung Choi, he's 10-6, 30 years old, 6 foot, even with a 74.5 inch reach. Then we have Jarno Errens. He's 13-4, 28 years old, 5'11", with a 53 or 73 inch reach. Excuse me. This should be a interesting fight to call right here, ladies and gentlemen. Seung Choi, he's on a 3-fight losing skid. Jarno Errens, man, he lost his last fight to William Gomes. Seung Choi definitely has the more experience. He's fought the tougher competition for sure. But that 3-fight losing skid does scare me a little bit. As far as the odds go, let me just check real quick. Seung Choi is sitting at a minus 198 favorite on DraftKings. And Jarno Errens is sitting at a plus 164 underdog. Very interesting odds. I think the odds should be closer. I think this fight should be a pick'em, to be honest, just based on Seung Choi's last three losses. Jarno Errens, like I said, he only has one fight in the UFC, and that was almost a year ago. And he lost a pretty decision loss to William Gomez. Hmm, interesting. I might have to go with Seung Choi here, even though he lost the last three of his fights, just because he's been in the UFC longer. Like I said, he's fought the tougher competition, and I think he can beat Jarno Errens in this fight. This should be an exciting fight, and I think he's gonna get it done via knockout. Seung Choi is the official pick for this fight. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is scheduled in the men's welterweight division. We have Yusaku Kinoshita versus Billy Goff. Yusaku Kinoshita, he's 6'2", 23 years old, 6 foot even with a 71.5-inch reach. Then we got Billy Goff. He's 8'2", 28 years old, 5'10", 72.5-inch reach. Here's another close fight to call. And this fight, ladies and gentlemen, I can guarantee you right now, is not going the distance. Someone is getting knocked out or submitted in this fight. I can guarantee it. Billy Goff, his last fight was a year ago on the Contender Series, which he won by knockout TKO. But Kinoshita got knocked out himself by Adam Fugit. This is gonna be a good fight for however long it lasts. Like I said, somebody's gonna get knocked out. Somebody's gonna get finished. I don't know who to go for in this fight. This is gonna be close to call. Let's check out the odds for this fight, if there is any for this fight. Billy Goff said he got a plus 124. Kinoshita said he got minus 148. I'm going with the underdog Billy Goff to win by knockout TKO. I think he's going to get it done, folks. Kinoshita is going to have a little bit of a home field advantage since they are in Singapore, Asia. He's not from Singapore, but he is from the Asian descent. So he is going to have a little bit of a home field advantage. He does have power. Billy Goff has power himself. His last four fights were all by knockout TKO victories, but I don't know, man. I have a feeling he's going to get the knockout against Kinoshita. Billy Goff to win this fight. That's the official pick, ladies and gentlemen. Next fight, scheduled in the men's bantamweight division. This should be a sneaky banger fight right here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Toshiomi Kazama versus Garrett Armfield. Okay. Toshiomi Kazama, 10-3, 26 years old, 5'7", 69-inch reach. Then we got Garrett Armfield, 8-3, 26 years old, 5'6", 70-inch reach. Both gentlemen are prospects in this division. This bantamweight division is stacked, and as you know, the new bantamweight champion, Sugar Sean O'Malley, he's on top of the throne of this division now. And these two gentlemen are just starting their journeys in the UFC. Kazama, he won his last fight, or he lost, excuse me, he lost his last fight via knockout TKO against Nakamura, which I think Nakamura is on this card. And Garrett Armfield also lost his last fight via submission against David Onama. Like I said, both of these guys are starting off their UFC careers. Both are 26 years old. Both have around the same height and the same reach. This should be a close fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a hard fight to call. Very hard fight to call. And I believe Garrett Armfield is coming down to bantamweight because he was a featherweight before. So he's coming down a weight class. Let's check out the odds for this fight. The odds for this fight, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, are minus 166 for Garrett Armfield, and for Kazama, he's a plus 140. Interesting. Close fight to call. My gut is telling me I'm going with Garrett Armfield, the favorite to win this fight. I think he's going to bounce back from his loss. I think he's going to show people that he can hang in the UFC and that he was not a fraud. Because David Onama is no joke. David Onama is a dangerous fighter. And I think Garrett Armfield is just an overall better fighter. That coming down a weight class does concern me a little bit, but that's only 10 pounds, so maybe he'll be better. Maybe he can be faster. We'll see. We'll see. This is an interesting fight to call. Very close. I'm not very confident on that pick, but give me Garrett Armfield to win this fight. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled in the women's flyweight division. Don't really care about this fight, to be honest. Probably won't bet it at all. Maybe I'll bet the over on this fight, but this is scheduled in the women's flyweight division. We have Liang versus Aldrich. Liang, she's 19-6, 27 years old, 5'5", with a 67.3-inch reach. Then we got Aldrich, 30 years old, 11-6, 5'5", with a 67.5-inch reach. Liang, she is a heavy underdog, ladies and gentlemen. Plus 475 underdog compared to Aldrich, who's a huge favorite at minus 670. I don't think Aldrich deserves to be a minus 670. I mean, Liang is not UFC caliber. No disrespect to Liang or Liang or whatever her name is. They're both on a 2-fight losing skid. Erin Blanchfield submitted Aldrich about a year ago, and then she lost to Ariana Lipsky. And then Liang, or Liang, whatever her name is, lost to Ariane Carnelossi 2 years ago by KO TKO ground and pound. And then to Silvana Gomez Juarez about a year ago, also by knockout TKO. So this is a Aldrich play all day. I think Liang is going to be cut from the UFC after this fight. She's not UFC caliber, like I said. And Aldrich is going to bounce back from that 2-fight losing skid. Definitely gonna win this fight, but that number is crazy. Minus 670 is nuts. So I don't know why she's that huge of a favorite, but let me get JJ Aldrich to win this fight, probably by submission or decision. Maybe even a knockout because she's been Liang been knocked out. Her last two fights. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is scheduled in the men's welterweight division. We got Kenan Seung versus Rolando Bedoya. Kenan Seung, he's 19 and 7, 33 years old, 6 foot even with a 71-inch reach, 71.5-inch reach. Rolando Bedoya, he's 14 and 2, 26 years old, 5 foot 11, 75.2-inch reach. This is gonna be another sneaky banger fight, ladies and gentlemen, right here. I don't expect this fight to go the distance either. Kenan Seung riding a 2-fight losing skid. He's a plus 200 underdog. Then we got Rolando Bedoya, 14 and 2. He lost his last fight though against Chaos Williams in a very, very close split decision. I gotta go with Rolando Bedoya to win this fight. He's one of my most confident picks, ladies and gentlemen. I am gonna bet him. Probably gonna put him in one of my parlays. Um, and I expect him to get it done by knockout or submission inside the distance for Rolando Bedoya here. Let me get Bedoya all day. He's gonna win this fight. A very confident pick. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be another banger, another fight that is not going the distance. I guarantee it. There's some violence on this card, ladies and gentlemen. On UFC Fight Night Singapore, Holloway versus Korean Zombie, which is a super super early card, 5 a.m. Eastern Time start time. That's crazy. I might have to sleep in early to catch this one, ladies and gentlemen. Get some coffee or something. For this next fight, is scheduled in the middleweight division. We got Chidi Njokuani versus Michał Oleksiejczuk. Chidi Njokuani, he's 22 and 9, 34 years old, 6 foot 3, 80-inch reach. Michał Oleksiejczuk, he is 28 years old, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach. Somebody's getting knocked out in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee it. No way this fight is going the distance. I think one of these guys are going to finish. And my pick, and I'm going to tell you why I'm picking this guy. This is a pick'em, by the way, before I give you guys my pick. This is a pick'em. Chidi Njokuani, he's a plus 100 underdog. And then Michał Oleksiejczuk, minus 110, minus 120. Almost a pick'em, basically a pick'em, right? I gotta go with Michał Oleksiejczuk. I think Chidi, Bang Bang Njokuani, I don't think he's got a chin. I don't think he's that special, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's gonna get knocked out again here. He got knocked out by Gregory Rodriguez, which I made Gregory Rodriguez my lock of the card that on that, I believe. And then he lost a split decision to Albert Duraev, which I did make Albert Duraev my dog of the card for that one. I do remember that. Everybody doubted me. I was like, "Oh no, Albert Duraev's gonna get knocked out." No, he didn't. He got that. He got that victory. It says it right there by decision. Um, yeah, if you're losing to Albert Duraev, you're definitely losing to Michał Oleksiejczuk. Oleksiejczuk did lose to decision to Kyle Barajo, but Kyle Barajo is on a different level. He's a submission freak. He does tap people out, and I think Kyle Barajo would do the same thing to Chidi and Njokuani. He would definitely submit him. But before that, he was riding a two-fight winning streak by knockout. He knocked out Sam Alvey and he knocked out Cody Brundage. So I expect him to bounce back here, get a knockout against Chidi, and I think I might throw him in that parlay that I said with Rolando Bedoya. That's gonna be a good parlay right there, folks. That's gonna be my first bet. Michał Oleksiejczuk and Rolando Bedoya, a two-leg parlay right there. There's your free play right there from CJ UFC Picks. Next fight is scheduled to be the featured prelim fight for UFC Fight Night Singapore. Holloway versus Korean Zombie. We got in the men's heavyweight division Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Łukasz Brzeski. Waldo Cortes-Acosta, he's 9-1, 31 years old, 6'4", 78-inch reach. Then we got Łukasz Brzeski. He's 31 years old, 6'4", 78-inch reach. Both men are virtually identical, ladies and gentlemen. Both got the same reach. Both got the same height. Cortez Acosta a little bit heavier, but that's about it. That's not really much of an advantage in my opinion, especially in the heavyweight division. I don't know. I mean, Łukasz Brzeski is riding a two-fight losing streak. Cortez Acosta did lose a decision loss to Marcos Rogerio de Lima. That was about 3 months ago. He did look a little sloppy. He did look a little slow. Brzeski losing decisions to Carl Williams and to Boudet. This is going to be a sloppy heavyweight fight. And call me a degenerate, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going with the underdog plus 250. Absolutely love that line. I'm going with Łukasz Brzeski to win this fight. I have a really, really good feeling he's going to win either by knockout or decision. Probably by decision. But knockouts can happen in this division. Heavyweights, anyone can possess a knockout in this fight. So, give me the dog. Give me Łukasz Brzeski. I love that bet. I might even make him my dog of the card. Who knows? You might have to stay tuned. Go on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. You already know. CJUFC Picks, giving you them fire picks. Smoking that fire weed. CJUFC Picks. Subscribe. Comment on the video. Like the video. Join us here every single week. You already know. 9 weeks in a row. You already know. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is on the main card. Scheduled in the heavyweight division, we got Junior Tafa versus Parker Porter. Junior Tafa, he's 4-1, 26 years old, 6'3", 72-inch reach. Parker Porter, he's 14-8, 38 years old, 6 foot even, 75-inch reach. In my last video, if you watched my last video, I always say that I like when the fighter has more advantages than their opponent. And I believe Tafa is that guy in this fight. He's got the youth advantage. He's got the height advantage. And I think he's got the power advantage as well. And the speed advantage, definitely. Absolutely, speed advantage. Parker Porter is a UFC veteran. He's definitely fought the tougher competition, and he does have a three reach advantage, 3 inch reach advantage in this fight. Sorry, I'm high. three each, 3 inch reach advantage in this fight. Parker Porter does. Excuse me, but Parker Porter, in my opinion, is nothing special. He fought a can in Braxton Smith. Braxton Smith is garbage. And then he lost to his brother, Justin Tafa. So what makes you think that Junior Tafa is not going to do the same thing? He's absolutely going to do the same thing. And then he lost to J. Almeida. I mean, Almeida's a beast. Parker Porter's done here. He's going to lose this fight, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to get knocked out. Both brothers are going to win against Porter. Sorry, man. Sorry, Porter. Yeah, give me Justin Junior Tuffer all day, and I might even bet him, dude. He's a minus 130. That's not a bad line. That's a great line, actually. So, yeah, give me Junior Tuffer all day. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled in the women's flyweight division. This is going to be a good fight. Very good fight. We have Erin Blanchfield versus Taila Santos. Extremely good fight. And I imagine whoever wins this fight is definitely next in line for the flyweight championship fight. Absolutely. We have Erin Blanchfield, Taila Santos. Erin Blanchfield, 11-1, 24 years old, 5'4", 68-inch reach. Then we have Taila Santos, 19-2, 30 years old, 5'6", 68-inch reach. I do not expect this fight to go the distance. I really don't. I think somebody is either going to get knocked out or submitted. My pick for this fight, I'm going with Erin Blanchfield to continue her reign, to continue that winning streak that she has going on. She's been on a tear, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to be a champion in the UFC. I guarantee it. I think she's going to win this fight either by submission or a decision. Taila Santos does have knockout power. She is a scary fighter. She's dangerous. No doubt about it. She has a puncher's chance. She's number 3 in this division, and Erin Blanchfield's number 4 in this division. So this is going to be an exciting fight. This is a pick'em right now, pretty much. Erin Blanchfield, minus 135, and Taila Santos is a plus 115. So, pretty much a pick'em. Both fighters are exciting. Both fighters are really good, but Erin Blanchfield is just that much better than Taila Santos. I'm telling you, folks, do not fade CJUFCPicks on this pick. She's one of my most confident picks on this card. Give me Erin Blanchfield to win against Taila Santos. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen, is scheduled in the men's bantamweight division. We have Rinya Nakamura versus Fernie Garcia. Rinya Nakamura, he's undefeated at 7-0, 28 years old, 5'7", with a 68-inch reach. Then we have Fernie Garcia, 31 years old, 5'7", 67-inch reach, ladies and gentlemen. Rinya Nakamura is a huge favorite in this fight, minus 715. And Fernie Garcia is a plus 500 underdog, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's wild. Because Fernie Garcia has been in the UFC longer. He's already had two fights in UFC, plus he's had that Contender Series fight. So he's been in the octagon longer than Rinya Nakamura. Nakamura seems to be like a beast, but he hasn't fought the competition that Fernie Garcia has, right? This is a tough fight to call. I don't think Nakamura should be this huge of a favorite, to be honest. I really don't. Minus 715. I mean, who has he fought besides Kazama? I mean, those other fights, the road to the UFC, those guys are probably cans. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with Fernie Garcia to win this fight. Just like I recorded the Sean O'Malley pick, I'm gonna record this pick and I'm gonna come back on YouTube. I'm gonna do it on TikTok, Twitter, and I'm gonna post it. Fernie Garcia is gonna win this fight, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling he's gonna shock the world. The Mexican's gonna win in Singapore, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, Fernie Garcia. He might be my dog of the card. Go look it up on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, CJUFC Picks. You heard it here first, folks. Fernie Garcia is gonna win this fight. Next fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be a banger. I expect this fight to be a banger, folks. This is gonna be a good fight. Scheduled in the men's featherweight division, we got Giga Chikadze versus Alex Caceres. Giga Chikadze, he's 14-3, 35 years old, 6 foot even, with a 74-inch reach. Then we got Alex Caceres. He is 21-13, 35 years old, 5'10", 73.5-inch reach. This is another tough fight to call because I like both fighters. I really do. Giga Chikadze, before his last loss, he was on a tear. He was on a winning streak, right? But his last fight was about, it was 1 year and 6 months ago against Calvin Kattar. Alex Caceres on a 2-fight winning streak. He's been the more active fighter. He's fought the tougher competition. This is going to be a tough fight to call, man. Really, really tough. This is going to be a good fight. I don't know if I want to pick this fight. I don't know if I want to look like a fool and say, hey, I called that. Because I did my studying on this fight. I did do my research. But, you know what? I think I'm going to have to go with Giga Chikadze to bounce back and show us why he was who he was before his last loss. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to bounce back in this fight. I might look like a fool, ladies and gentlemen, but I have a feeling that he's coming back with a vengeance and show us why he is a favorite in this fight. He's a minus 225. I think that's a little wide, but I think he's going to win. I think he's a favorite for a reason. So give me Giga Chikadze to win, either by decision or a submission or knockout. I don't know what to call on that. but he's gonna win this fight. I have a feeling. Might stay away betting wise though, because I think it's gonna be closer than the number says. Betting wise, I'm staying away. But Giga Chikadze is the official pick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next fight is the co-main event of the evening for UFC Fight Night Singapore. This is the second time these men are fighting, and it's scheduled in the men's light heavyweight division. We have Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann. Anthony Smith, he's 36 and 18, 35 years old, 6'4", 76-inch reach. Then we have Ryan Spann, 21 and 8, 32 years old, 6'5", 81.5-inch reach. I absolutely love that reach advantage in this fight. And Ryan Spann is my pick. I'm going to give it to you guys right then and there. Ryan Spann is my pick. And here's why. Anthony Smith, riding a 2-fight losing skid. He's focusing on the broadcasting. He's calling fights, doing the backstage interviews, things like that, you know. He's got 18 losses on his record. As I mentioned in my last breakdown, I believe it was, I forgot the fighter that had 16 losses on his record. I don't like when fighters have double-digit losses on their record. And that's exactly what Anthony Smith has. 18 losses is no bueno. Ryan Spann has knockout power. Anthony Smith has been knocked out before. He's been in wars. He's got too much damage. 2-fight losing skid. Ryan Spann has the advantage any way the fight goes, in my opinion. He's got the youth advantage. He's got the reach advantage. He's got the height advantage. Like I said before, I like when fighters have more advantages than their opponent. Ryan Spann is a perfect example of that. So let me smoke to that pick right here. Give me Ryan Spann by knockout. Guarantee it. Knockout, TKO, submission, inside the distance for Ryan Spann. Very confident pick, ladies and gentlemen, in that. Very confident pick. Absolutely. And we have made it, ladies and gentlemen, to the main event of the evening for UFC Fight Night Singapore. Holloway versus Korean Zombie Seung. This is going to be a very good fight, scheduled in the men's featherweight division. Very exciting fight right here, ladies and gentlemen. Before I give you my pick, before I give you the breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. It only takes 2 seconds to smash that like button. Subscribe, comment on the video. Show your boy some love. CJUFCPicks, 9 weeks in a row, winning UFC. You already know I'm on a roll, and I'm going to continue for this card. We have Max Holloway versus Seung in the main event. Max Holloway, he's 24 and 7, 31 years old, 5'11", 69-inch reach. Then we have Seung, 35 years old, 17 and 7, 5'7", with a 72-inch reach. Max Holloway is a huge favorite, ladies and gentlemen. Minus 800. That's a wild number. Seung, the Korean Zombie, getting disrespected at a plus 550 underdog. I really do think this fight and that number should be close. This fight is going to be closer than the number says. Because Seung is a UFC veteran, and so is Max Holloway. Max Holloway is definitely the better fighter, no doubt about it. He is my pick, ladies and gentlemen. Chan Sung Young is not going to win this fight. But minus 800 is kind of disrespectful in my opinion. I think he should be like a minus 350, maybe a minus 400, but minus 800 is crazy. Who knows? Max Holloway might go in there and knock him out. That's what minus 800 means, in my opinion. Just go in there, knock him out, or submit him in 3 rounds or less. He should finish him in this fight. That's what a minus 800 means in my book. Because minus 800 is ridiculous. That's not value. So I'm taking Max Holloway inside the distance. If it goes to decision, then this might be a closer fight, but I think he's going to do it inside the distance, folks, because Max Holloway's boxing is top tier. His hands, his boxing, his feet movement, his speed, his fight IQ is amazing. Chan Sung Young does have knockout power, and he is a good fighter, but Max Holloway is number 2 in the featherweight division for a reason. And after he does win this fight, I think he is up next for a title fight coming up very soon. This should be a good fight regardless. And I see Max Holloway definitely winning inside the distance. That is the pick. Max Holloway to win this fight, ladies and gentlemen. That was the breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. That was the smoke sesh. I hope you enjoyed the picks. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. I hope you enjoyed the show. CJUFC Picks here each and every single week, giving you free picks, smoking that fire weed. 9 weeks in a row, ladies and gentlemen, winning UFC. The last 7 cards, 66 wins and only 20 losses. You tell me if I'm doing good or not. Comment on the video, subscribe, like us. You already know. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. CJ UFC Picks. We're here next week again, so join us. We're out of here, folks.